We've seen Brendan Fraser on screen all the time, especially from his role as the handsome Rick O'Connell in the Mummy trilogy. But for some time, he disappeared entirely from the spotlight. What happened to our childhood crush, and where is he now? Let's find out. The American-Canadian actor and film producer Brendan James Fraser was born on December 3, 1968. His passion for acting was sparked when he performed his first professional theater show in the West End. Brendan is well recognized for playing the lead in blockbusters, comedies, and dramatic films. The movie Dogfight, 1991, was the debut of Brendan's acting career as he played a Marine headed to Vietnam. In 1992, it was his first leading role in the comedy Encino Man as a frozen prehistoric cave dweller who gets thawed out in the present day. The movie brought back a modest amount of box office success. The comedy George of the Jungle, 1997, which was based on the animated series of the same name, became so popular that it was Brendan's first major box office success. His name was on a rocket shooting to the Hollywood as he portrayed Rick O'Connell in the action-adventure trilogy The Mummy, 1999, 2001, 2008. The role brought him his biggest box office triumph. Fraser was at the peak of his successful acting career, but then he completely vanished from the big screen. What in the world happened that made a favorite actor who was at the height of his fame suddenly disappear? Well, according to various reports, he suffered from many difficulties which took him quite a time to really recover and head back to the film industry. Multiple injuries while acting on set. Being a comedy and action-adventure actor, Fraser chose to perform his own stunts. While filming George of the Jungle, the scene where he was swinging on the bridge with only a nylon cable cost him a broken bone. This is only the beginning. On the set of The Mummy, 1991, Brendan and the cast had to suffer from sandstorms, scorpions, and poisonous snakes. But what's worse than that is that he nearly lost his life while filming. During a scene where he was hanged, the rope around his neck became too tight that he started choking. Fraser was unconscious and needed medical emergency attention. At that point, after waking up when the medical crew constantly called out his name, he then realized that the occurrence was indeed his fault for wanting the sequence to be as realistic as possible. But after all those jeopardies, he never voiced a complaint about the on-set incidents. Instead, he considered it as jokes. You've just joined the club with Mel Gibson. He got choked out on Braveheart too. He was not taking those injuries as seriously as it seemed, but eventually, all those stunts became a major reason why his health status started falling apart. By the time I did the third Mummy picture, I was put together with tape and ice. He had to undergo many surgeries, including partial knee replacement, a laminectomy, and vocal cord surgery, which took him 7 years of going in and out of hospitals. During this time, he was unable to take on any tough guy roles as he used to, resulting in losing all the muscles and abs. But look on the bright side, this is a great opportunity to show that he was more than just a himbo. Stand up against sexual harassment. Following the #MeToo movement against sexual abuse, sexual harassment, and rape culture, Brendan also stood up and spoke out about his own horrible experience. In 2018, Fraser claimed that Philip Berg, the former president of the Hollywood Foreign Press Association, had sexually attacked him during a luncheon in the summer of 2003. The incident made him panic and scared that he buried it for almost 15 years to finally open up. But Berg denied the accusation that he only pinched Fraser as a joke and what he said was just fabrication. This sunk Fraser deep into a depression. Not to mention, he was also allegedly put on the blacklist from Hollywood, which led him to lose a substantial amount of work. Not so good personal life. Brendan and his 9-year wife, Afton Smith, announced their divorce in 2007. He was ordered to pay $75,000 monthly for 10 years for child support. Due to lack of work, in 2013, he petitioned the courts to lower his alimony and child support payments as he couldn't pay the $900,000 annual obligation. But his ex-wife thought that he was hiding financial assets and accused the actor of fraud. Finally, the court allowed him to lower his alimony if he made less than $3 million a year. When it could not get any worse, Brendan's mom passed away because of cancer. Life really knows how to push a man to go over the cliff. He fell harder and harder into depression, leading to his disappearance from the big screen. Returning to Hollywood. After years of suffering, he finally returned to the screen in some TV roles, notably as Robot Man in DC's Doom Patrol in 2019. Fans are excited to see him as they announced his return on TikTok and calling it the Brennaissance. His latest appearance was in a psychological drama, The Whale, written by Darren Aronofsky. The film is about a reclusive English teacher living with severe obesity who attempts to reconnect with his estranged teenage daughter for one last chance at redemption. Brendan received a huge 6-minute standing ovation for his performance in the film, which made the actor burst into tears. He also won the Actor Award at TIFF Tribute Awards. Brendan and his co-star, Sadie Sink, even have matching rings to symbolize the on-screen father-daughter connection. The comeback of Fraser could possibly be nominated for the next Oscar. Despite not having abs and leading action man roles, Brendan was still fans' favorite actor. Brendan had a difficult life that might have easily destroyed him, yet he never gave up. He deserves all the love, and we're happy to see him in anything. What do you think about the comeback of Brendan Fraser? Let us know in the comments.